One of the biggest frustrations that men tell me, look, I'm a good husband. I'm a provider. I'm a father. I help around the house. I do chores. I do repairs around the house. I do everything I can to help out. And I still feel taken for granted. We're going to talk about boundaries that help restore value in your marriage. Welcome back to the Secure Husband Podcast. Bruce Abbott, certified professional coach and founder of SecureHusband.com. I'm continuing our month-long series here on boundaries. We talked about boundaries, how they are important. Talked about boundaries around sex in a sexless marriage, around criticism, around respect. Talked about boundaries around sexual integrity and around emotional withdrawal. Now, there's always a point in the marriage where we come from the honeymoon stage, infatuation stage, and then we get into the stability part of the marriage, the long-term relationship. That's where the kids come in, and so now you're entering parenthood. You've got a career going. You're a provider for your family. You are showing up. You are there. You are reliable. You're working hard. You try to be the most supportive, loving husband that you can be. That effort becomes less and less appreciated over time, maybe more expected instead of appreciated. Your presence just becomes assumed and not valued. And that on its own wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, but what happens is slowly you begin to feel invisible in your relationship because you bring stability to your relationship. And for most men, really what you want is, in exchange for your stability, you want connection and intimacy, if we're being honest. All of the things that you do in a relationship, in a marriage, in parenthood, you feel like this stuff starts to not be seen, like it disappears. And if you've ever felt like you're carrying a lot of the emotional, maybe even practical, weight in your marriage without much acknowledgement, then that is really going to be very triggering for you. Because I've always said that most of the guys I work with and listeners to this podcast, we're good men married to good women, but we're in dysfunctional patterns. And part of that dysfunction is being taken for granted. That's why, again, you see the anxious husbands over-functioning in relationships. And you know how this goes if you've listened to this podcast any. When we decide we're going to try harder, that usually makes the dynamic worse instead of better. It defies all logic, but again, it has to do with attachment styles and childhood wounds and self-protection mechanisms. When we talk about boundaries, we think of boundaries, again, in things like, well, I'm not going to put up with infidelity, or I'm not going to put up with a sexless marriage. But boundaries around being taken for granted, again, if you look at what the reasoning for boundaries are, they're not to control somebody, but they are to restore self-respect. How do you stop losing yourself in a relationship trying to be a good husband? Well, you do it by reclaiming your value. And how do you reclaim your value? By setting boundaries. I'll go into detail, don't worry. Again, it's about self-respect. It's not about control. It's not about dominating your partner. It's not through anger. It's purely self-respect. If you are working a full-time job and you're coming home, you're helping with dinner, you're helping with the kids, you're fixing things around the house, you try to support your wife emotionally, you try to take things off of her plate, but appreciation becomes a rarity, and especially if criticism comes in. You do all of these things, the next thing you know, you didn't do this right, or why did you do it that way? Or they notice the one thing that you didn't do out of the 50 things that you did it that evening. You forgot to take out the trash. And if you live in this dynamic, your mistakes get attention, your effort ignored. It's frustrating. You begin to feel like your contributions are ignored. And it doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong by taking out the trash or cleaning the kitchen or helping with the kids or working, or it has to do with the dynamic of the relationship. It's not about the things that you're doing. It's not about cleaning the kitchen or fixing the garage door or anything. It's about the drift of the dynamic and how that can become the new normal, an unhealthy new normal. So good men get taken for granted. Going back to anxious, preoccupied men or fearful avoidance who lean anxious, remember, they grew up learning that love required performance or you had to be hypervigilant. So you were praised if you were helpful. You were rewarded for being responsible, the dependable kid, the peacemaker. When you entered a marriage, the same pattern continues because we marry oftentimes people that are very familiar because they resemble the caregiver that we always felt like we had to earn love from. That's the whole imago theory that I did an earlier podcast on. And if you're an anxious-leaning husband, you're going to show love through effort, especially if you've ever done any couples counseling where you've sat in there with a therapist and said, okay, my love language is physical touch. I want affection. I want my wife to touch me. And then she turns around and tells the therapist, my love language is acts of service. And you're thinking, what the hell? I clean the kitchen every freaking night. I do the dinner every night. I'm helping the kids with the homework every night. I'm doing all of these things. She's not touching me at all. Acts of service? Really? But that's the thing. You hear that, so what do? You put in more effort through the service, through responsibility, doing more. And don't get me wrong. Again, these are good qualities. But if there's no boundaries around your effort, your contributions become the baseline expectation. And that relationship starts feeling like the energy's a one-way flow. You give, give, give. You are putting the whole thing on your shoulders. 100%, one-sided. That's when you start wondering why it feels like nothing is ever enough. It's because it's the overfunctioning trap. Remember, one of the biggest patterns anxious husbands fall into is overfunctioning. Overfunctioning means that you take responsibility for things that may not actually be yours. If you feel like you have to fix every problem, do every chore, anticipate every need, tackle every single thing yourself in the house before anyone asks you, especially if you carry the entire emotional responsibility of the relationship on your shoulders, that's one partner overfunctioning. And the more the other partner basically underfunctions. Again, it's not because anyone intends to be ungrateful or lazy. It just happens because humans adapt patterns, and your patterns come from your childhood wounds. If one person consistently carries the load because they feel like they have to, well, the other person's going to begin to assume that they're going to continue carrying it. And now the dynamic stays in a state of unbalance. Because as you know, trying harder makes it worse. When you feel taken for granted, that instinct to try harder, if I just do more, maybe she'll notice. If I just improve enough, maybe she'll appreciate me, find me desirable. You increase your effort. Double down on the chores. Double down on the gifts of service. Become more helpful, more accommodating, more patient. But effort without boundaries just reinforces the dynamic. It teaches the relationship that your energy is unlimited and that your effort is a guarantee. Your presence will always be there, no matter what. When that becomes guaranteed, your wife stops noticing it. Again, and it's not because she's mean. The first step of the secure husband process is noticing, just noticing this. And then the second step is the decision to take action. That's where something shifts. I've noticed that all of this that I'm doing, chores, giving, everything, this is not feeling good to me. And instead of feeling generous and helpful, now you just feel resentment. And when you start thinking things like, why am I the only one trying? No one appreciates what I do. Does anyone even notice how much I'm doing and how much I'm carrying? Resentment, it grows. Guys are going to either explode in anger from there or collapse into quiet bitterness. Neither response fixes the dynamic because the deeper issue is not appreciation. The deeper issue is boundaries. What does a boundary look like here? Boundaries around being taken for granted are not about demanding gratitude. You're not going to force someone to feel appreciation, but you can change how you show up. The boundary here is going to look like, I'm going to stop overfunctioning. I'm going to stop fixing every problem immediately. I'm going to start allowing space for others to contribute. I'm going to stop trying to tackle every responsibility myself. Just allow natural consequences when tasks are not handled. It doesn't mean that you become lazy. It just means that you stop carrying more than your share. There's your boundary right there, because that shift alone can reset the balance. Redirecting your energy. When we are putting so much energy into the responsibilities and work and trying to be the perfect partner. Anxious husbands do this so much, investing all of their energy into the marriage. When you place all your energy in that one area, your marriage, your sense of worth becomes tied to how that space responds. Healthy boundaries redirect some of that energy back into your life. You can redirect energy into your health, your personal growth, your purpose, hobbies, friendships, not to punish your wife, but to reset balance. It's no different than work-life balance in your career. It's the same concept. If you can restore balance, you can build that full life around the relationship better. You're not desperate for validation. You're grounded. You have a grounded presence now that changes the way others respond to you. And you can give yourself some needed relief. In one of the worst parts in my marriage, I felt like I needed to do everything because my wife, she worked a full-time job and acts of service. I was chasing, I was people-pleasing. I felt like I needed to take things off of my wife's plate. I felt like I needed to do as much with the kids as I could, as much of the chores as I could, as much of fixing everything as I could, as much of the responsibility of the relationship as I could. I really felt like I was putting it all on my shoulders. My wife never asked me to. It's just that I felt like I needed to do this so that she had room for me. But here's the thing. I would get some thank yous for doing whatever. Thank you for cleaning the kitchen. Thank you for, which was nice. That appreciation sometimes for many men is non-existent. There was some of that appreciation, but it didn't change the dynamic in my marriage regarding connection and intimacy until much later. We worked through all of this. But at that time, during my growth period, I started to become aware of this. And I never stopped to ask what my responsibilities are, why I took these responsibilities, and what the reality actually is. So I then started making small changes. I started allowing others in my house, my kids, my wife, to help me. That was setting a boundary. That was me making small changes, saying I'm not going to try to be Superman and take care of everything. And what it did is it fostered shared responsibility. And I was able to take some of that time and that effort and focus more on my health, my career. It's going to feel strange because you're going to feel like you're not getting things done. You're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I left these dishes in the sink tonight and I'm going to catch flack for this. But the thing is over time, what happened was other people began putting in the effort and helping me out. Again, not because I demanded it. I didn't demand appreciation. I just stopped trying to drive the relationship through endless tasks, chores. I diverted my energy, and that was a boundary. I let others help me. And that was my external boundary. I would also ask, hey, would you be able to help me with this? Would you be able to help me with this task? Those are the boundaries. You stop over functioning and ask for help. And then you set those internal boundaries. Stop measuring your value by how appreciated you feel in every moment. Appreciation fluctuates even in healthy marriages. People get stressed, they get busy, they get distracted. I mean, life gets crazy. But if your worth depends on constant validation, you are going to feel invisible a lot. An internal boundary is important. That boundary may be, I know my value even when it's not acknowledged. I contribute around the house because it aligns with who I am, not because I need constant praise and I'm trying to earn affection. I'm not going to overextend myself to earn appreciation. That inner stability is going to protect your emotional core. And this may take a lot of nervous system regulation because your nervous system is going to feel like, oh, I have to do this. If I don't do this chore or this task or whatever, she's going to be mad. She's going to be angry. Because especially if that taken for granted dynamic has been present for years, changing it takes patience and a lot of nervous system regulation because the relationship has become accustomed to the old pattern. And at first, your partner may even react negatively to your new boundaries. They may be like, you don't help like you used to, or you've changed. But often what they're noticing is simply the absence of overfunctioning. I mean, you're still contributing. You're just no longer carrying everything. And that is healthy contribution. No one partner should be doing everything. But you get away from this idea of giving endlessly and just collapsing in resentment. You become a man who gives generously, but you're not giving everything. You're maintaining self-respect. You contribute to the relationship, but you also value your own time and energy. You're not chasing appreciation. You're not keeping score. That's another thing. You're not keeping a mental spreadsheet of, I did all these, she does all these. No. But you do live with balanced responsibility. And that balance creates a different energy in the relationship. Often appreciation begins to reappear when you do less. Doesn't make logical sense, but it's because the dynamic changed. And you're not doing these things anymore because you feel like you have to. You're doing these things now because you want to contribute and you have the energy because you're not putting everything on your shoulders. I hope this podcast was helpful for you. I hope you're enjoying this month-long series on boundaries. If you're a new listener, would you hit that subscribe button? And if you're a regular listener, would you go to your favorite platform, whether it's Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you listen, and just take 2 minutes and give me a review. It helps the algorithm share this podcast. I am blown away by the number of new listeners and repeat listeners every week. And so a review would really help men to be able to find this information. And if you're struggling, if you need accountability, if you need guidance, I encourage you, visit securehusband.com. Fill out that form for a free, no pressure, no sales pitch, 30-minute conversation with me just to see if one-on-one coaching is something that's right for you. And I'll see you on the next Secure Husband podcast. Thanks for listening.